You know what's fucked up, guys, is every day, every child that I see is stalking me every day. It's really sad and fucked up. And then I also think about, have I been stalked my entire life? It's a possibility. I don't know how long I've been stalked. But if I've been stalked my entire life, does that mean that they stalk and harass children? I don't know. But there's a lot of children stalkers though that I see. And then if I have a child, they're probably gonna stalk and harass my child, right? They're probably gonna shoot my child with directed energy weapons, stalk and harass him. Like if I had my child in my car with me, they're gonna be stalking and harassing me with my child in my car. If I ever have children, they're gonna be stalking and harassing me. If I have my children with me, if I was walking with my child right now, that car would be stalking my child right now. So I wonder, do they stalk children too? Like, have I been stalked since a child, or like what? Like, do they do that to children and teenagers and shit? Are gang stalkers creeps? Regardless of if they do that to children or not? Are they creeps? Are they creeps?
After that, yeah. What time is it here? I think 10 or 10:30. Okay.
I see A113 license plates that stalk me. A113 means adrenochrome. Sometimes they'll do like pizza symbolism, like pedo symbolism on me to stalk me with it. Like they'll say subliminal things or whatever. So like they'll say the word pizza at a synced up moment a few times or whatever. Things like that. And then like every child that I see is stalking me. And then I went to Walmart yesterday and there was a baby crying synced again, I think. And there was a bunch of children stalking me. Is a car coming? Oh, I thought a car was coming. Bro, you need to have a mental health evaluation. No, I don't need to have a mental health evaluation. I think the people that stalk with their children and stalk me and would stalk me if I had my children with me need a mental evaluation. If they signed up willingly to do this, if they're not being forced to do it, and they're doing this, and they signed a job application to do this or whatever, to do this, to drive by right here in place, place where they always drive by and drive by it repetitively every day. To psychologically torture me. To psychologically torture me. I think they need a mental evaluation. Or like a lobotomy. I think if you do this to somebody, you need a mental evaluation. I think I keep seeing this white truck. Is he about to take off right now? He's taking off right now. I think they need a mental evaluation. He just turned when I walked up to the intersection on the street. The white truck. I think he needs a mental evaluation. Because he would do that to me no matter what. Until death, until both of us are dead, or one of us, or whatever. Like, until I'm dead, he's gonna stalk me, and then he's gonna stalk somebody else until they're dead, or until he's dead, whatever. They're gonna stalk until they're dead, and they're gonna stalk me to death. That's what I'm trying to say. And they're gonna stalk other people to death. Possibly even children, I guess. Have they been stalking me since a child? I don't know. I feel like it's been a long time. I don't know how long. And then you're gonna stalk people and you're not gonna tell them what's going on or how long it's been. Like, they're stalking me before, and you're gonna stalk people that don't know they're being stalked. You're gonna play with their head all day, and you're gonna all be like snickering around them. Some weird ass shit, man. I think this guy talking really loud is stalking me. That truck going is right when I step over a curb. I think they're making more truck noises there. Like, if I had a child right now, they would be stalking my child right now. They would maybe be shooting my child with directed energy weapons, I don't know. And then they would try to turn my child against me. If I ever have a child. They're gonna try to turn my child against me and turn them into a stalker. Into one of those. Here, I guess. They're always stalkers every time I see one of those trucks. Oh, there's another one. I'm at the door right now. then like one day there was like these teenage girls stalking me. They're getting out of a car and they're getting out of a car next to me and they're like, I want to go get some pizza. It was like they're having teenage girls say pizza synced up. Somebody is in their ear telling them to say pizza. Because it's pedo symbolism and they sync on me with it all the time. Because it's a pedophile cult. The controllers of the game is a pedophile cult. The people playing the game, I don't know what's up with them. I don't know why teenagers and children are stalking me. I don't know if some people are being forced to do it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But it's extremely fucked. It's really not cool. I'm like this shit like traumatized me in a way. I got like PTSD in a way. Where it's like every time I see a child now on the sidewalk coming toward me, I'm like, here we go again. And then, yup, it's a stalker again. It's always a stalker. It's always a child stalker every time I see a child. That's weird as fuck. And they're being used like a puppet, and it's sick as fuck. It's sick as fuck. I don't know where the stalkers are at right now. I hear engine sounds in the distance, I think. They'll be here. And then like again, I don't know if people are forced to do it, but like if they're not, stalking with your children is really irresponsible parenting, wouldn't you say? Stalking with your children and your baby stroller or whatever. Like you're gonna stalk and harass somebody to poke at them, to try to piss them off and make them snap out. And you're gonna have your children with you while you do it. You're gonna walk by them with your children. Does that seem like a dangerous activity for a child to be doing? That they shouldn't be doing? Regardless of whether it's right or wrong? Is that like regardless of whether stalking me is right or wrong? Should you bring your children out doing it? Is that right? Like, say they stalk me because they say I'm a terrorist or whatever, and it's for neighborhood watch or whatever. Even though it's more than that, it's more than surveillance. They're harassing me constantly. Which, why would you harass a terrorist if I was? Like, why wouldn't you just... Like, somebody's a terrorist and you're gonna harass them all day, try to piss them off and make them become a terrorist. What? You're gonna terrorize them and try to... Like, what? But regardless of whether I'm a terrorist or not, you're gonna bring your child out to stalk me. But if I am a terrorist, you're gonna send your child over close by me and stalk me. Like, what? This is just what they do. They send their children over close by me and stalk me and shit. Children stalking me by themselves and shit. People walking around with baby strollers stalking me. People getting out of a car with their children next to me and shit. Is that like irresponsible parenting to stalk with your children? Like, you want to stalk and harass me, alright, but why do you gotta bring your children into it and raise them up to be a stalker, terrorist? And do that. Is that like child abuse? The white car's gonna turn right now. Well, they go by me and then they go, it's turning right now. If you're using children like a sock puppet, is that child abuse? Especially when they're like a really young, like toddler. They don't even know what the word stalk means. Like if they're like 16, that they kind of know, like they probably know that it's wrong. But if they're like a toddler, they don't know shit. They don't know what the fuck's going on. And you're gonna teach them to stalk and harass people and be a terrorist, bully. Terrorist, bully, fucking, it's sick, dude. What do they tell their children? Like, what do they tell their children? They're like, look, there's the bad guy over there. Go run up next to him and cough or whatever. Like, there's the bad man. Or what? Like, what do they tell them? Like, Like, what the fuck's going on, man? Somebody tell me. What the fuck is going on? Clearly it is going on, so somebody tell me what the fuck it is. And why? And what? And why do you stalk with your children? There's someone talking all of a sudden as I'm walking up to the intersection, and they're making a sound right when I walk up to it. And then I see pedophiles stalking me all the time. I see pedophiles that stalk me, registered pedophiles, and ones that I've caught before. Not in a long time. I haven't seen the ones that have caught stalking me, but I used to see them. Probably will again someday. I don't know. What up, cat? Meow. I see pedophiles that stalk me, and there's been a few times where I'll see a child stalking me at the same time as a pedophile stalking me, walking next to each other in front of me, synced up, and the child's parents aren't anywhere in sight. Maybe they're around the corner somewhere, but they're walking right next to a pedophile in front of me to stalk me. I've seen that multiple times. A child and a pedophile at the same time walking next to each other to stalk me. I've seen that multiple times. True story. People just stalk me with their children. That's just the thing that you do out here, I guess, is you stalk me with your children. And then like they'll like bring their children out just to stalk me. Like, they'll bring their children on stalker missions, on terrorist stalker missions. And then they'll bring them out, get out of the car and stalk me, and then they'll get back in the car and leave again or whatever. And they'll just pull up just to stalk me with their children and teach their children how to be a stalker. And then there's been a couple of times where like I'll walk by a car as they're getting out of it with their children, and then the children will be like, "Look," like as I'll walk by, and the mom will be like, "Shh, get in the car." What the fuck is going on, guys? And then I wonder, like, in the past years, have I been, like, in a car with somebody or, like, hanging out with somebody, whatever, and then, like, they're stalking somebody and I don't know it, and I'm just hanging out with them, and they're stalking somebody and I'm with them, so it's like I'm stalking them too, but I don't even know it. Bro, why would you stalk and harass somebody? I see another cat. What's up, cat? What up, cat? Ow. What is going on with people to make them stalk and harass people? Thought a car was gonna come up. There's a car right when I walk by this bike on the sidewalk that was probably synchronized because they love to sync when I walk by things on the sidewalk and when I walk around things on the sidewalk. I bet $1,000 it is synchronized. They might even have their children in the car and they're like, "Look, there he is over there." Like, do gang stalkers teach their children that lying is bad or what? Cause like, or is it just good when you're gang stalking? It's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck is happening? Like, why does this just keep happening? It's right at the corner of the house, the last house I'm walking by. Why does it just keep happening? It's gonna be right at this path. This car is meeting the back of the trailer at the intersection. That car, I don't know. The semi is stopping right when I walk up to the intersection. This car, I think he's stalker. The semi has a dim tail light. That's a stalker thing. This car is a stalker. They're the stalkers. They are stalking and harassing terroristically. It's fucking 5:30 a.m. There's a bunch of cars out here stalking and harassing terroristically. They might be on their way to work, but they're clocking in on their stalker job on the way there. Stalking and harassing me. All of these cars that you hear stalking and harassing me. This truck is pulling up as I'm walking by the driveway to turn into it. And it's just sitting on the street. Oh, it's got its hazards on. He just pulled up right behind me with his hazards and stopped. He just pulled up and parked right behind me, like right next to me. His hazards, and he stopped there. This is gonna meet me at the intersection. This is also gonna meet me simultaneous at the intersection. Oh, here comes the hazards car. I guess they fixed it. It's all a bunch of silver cars. Is that orchestrated? There's no more cars. Is that orchestrated? I don't know about that one. I'm walking up to the alley right now. There's a car behind me right now too at the alley. Right at the alley. And he has a dim tail light. Remember that semi just minutes ago that had a dim tail light and he looked stalkered up too? That's because they're stalking me. I'm walking in front of a guy that's sitting on his porch as the car turns in front of me right now. With the dim tail light that turned out at the alley. You know the stalker one? Here comes a stalker. Here comes a stalker as I cross the street again. He's driving when I get across the street. There's a stalker right now. And like, yeah, he's waiting for me to get across the street to drive. But I'm a skinny guy. Like, you don't have to wait until I get all the way across the street to drive. You can start driving before that. He just does it to stalk me. He pulled up when I walked up to the street. He's a stalker. Like, they try to make it look like normal things and be like, oh, I was just waiting for you to get across the street. That's right at the corner of the house, right after I crossed the alley. It was a stalker. This is probably a stalker. It's at the other corner of the same house. It was probably a blue car and then a red car. I don't know. They're the stalkers. There's no more cars on the street. Here comes a car. It's gonna be a stalker when I walk up to the intersection. Why do you think everyone is trying to do something to you? I mean, do you have eyeballs? Why do you think they're not? Like, there's just a car on the street. When I walk up to it, it's a white SUV of all things. I just see a lot of white SUVs every day that are synced up like a robot. Every day for 3 years straight now, and longer than that, but I don't know how long. I need somebody to explain to me how they're not stalking me. Because people just be coming in my comments like, oh, doo-doo. Like, explain to me how they're not stalking me. Like, how is this normal? All of these things that I point my camera at. How is this normal that a car just pulls up right behind me, turns its hazards on, right next to me, and shit like that. Constantly, all day, every day, too. Like, if that happens one time, then it's like, yeah, maybe it's a coincidence. If it happens one time, or if it happens occasionally. But it's happening constantly. And I'm not here to debate. Like, I'm not like, it is what it is. They are stalkers. So why are they stalkers, and why do they stalk with their children? We figured out that they are stalkers, so why do they stalk? This white car is turning at the corner of the house as I'm approaching the intersection. This loud car is driving in front of me right now as I walk up to the intersection. The white SUV is going to turn when I get across the intersection. It's turning right now when I get across the intersection. They are stalkers. They are stalking. Have you ever tried praying and asking God for his protection? Yeah. I mean, God created the stalkers too, though, so. God put me in a world where there's a bunch of people around me stalking me to death. So, praise God and everything, but I don't think that's going to work. I got faith in the Most High, but I don't think they're ever going to stop stalking me, though, is what I'm saying. Jesus was stalked to death. Go read Luke 20:20. This truck is right now at the intersection. They're Luke 20:20 me. Jesus was stalked to death and crucified, and he's like beaten and and tortured to death, and then he's like, "Why have you forsaken me?" And then he died, but then he came back though. And everyone just sat around and watched Jesus being tortured to death, and then there's been a bunch of other Jesuses throughout history that everybody just sits around and watches as they're gang stalked and tortured to death. And then they're like, "Thank you for your sacrifice." But they could have helped Jesus. They could have I just saw Stalker. I'm sorry you think that way. Why? What did I say wrong? Thought I heard a stalker coming. I don't know if you can hear these engine sounds, but I think they're stalkers. I bet $1 million. I bet this white SUV driving in front of me is a stalker. So, I don't know. I just think it's a lot of weird, fucked up shit going on, like children stalking me and people stalking me with their children and shit, and babies crying synchronized. And then there was one day where I was at Walmart and I walked by the missing children sign, and they're like changing out the pictures in it, and they're putting the first picture in next to me as I walk by. Like there's two guys doing it, and like the one guy is putting a picture in as I walk by him, the other guy's doing it as I walk by him. It's like the first picture that they're putting in the sign on the missing children thing. Hey guys, how is there any missing children ever when they find me with cars all day and bikes and shit? Just think about that. They know where I'm at all times in real time. Like I'll push up my glasses and then there'll be an engine sound at the same time as it. It'll be like shit like that. Like I'll just be in my apartment and like I'll do something and then there'll be a car alarm outside. So they know where I'm at, what I'm doing at all times. They know where everyone is at and what they're doing at all times. in real time. So how is there any missing people or missing children? I'm crossing the street right now. Is a car gonna drive by me, stalkered up? Pretty much at the center of the street. Is he a stockhead? This is a truck right as I cross the street. Do you hear any other cars driving by me right now? There's just one right at the street. They can't find any of the missing children though. I should ask this guy where the missing children are at. I mean, he doesn't know, I'm sure, but like, why don't they send that guy to go find the missing children? Or like, they don't even need to send anybody, like, they know where the missing children are. They're not missing. Like, they know where everyone is at and what at all times and what everyone is doing at all times. So like if anybody gets like raped or something, they see it, they know it's happening, and they watch it happen. They don't stop it from happening. They let it happen. They must, because they know where I am at and what I'm doing at all times. And they send stalkers around me synced up with it. They just watch things happen. They watch people get murdered. Like if somebody like shoots up a school or something, they know that, like, they watch the guy loading the gun, they watch it happen, they watch it. And they just let it happen. Probably if I went on a shooting spree and killed a bunch of stalkers, they would probably let it happen. They'd let me get a couple of shots off and then they would arrest me. I'm not saying I'm gonna shoot stalkers, but that's what they want me to do though. They poke at me all day and harass me all day. They want me to snap the fuck out like that or kill myself or whatever. So I'm not saying that I'm gonna do these things at all. I can't even afford a gun right now. But that's what they want me. That's what they would want me to do, though. And probably people have done that because they're being stalked and harassed, and maybe they don't even know that they're being stalked and harassed. They're just, people are being fucking pieces of shit around them, and they're like fed up with it. Not that that's right to go on a shooting spree, but I'm just saying that's probably happened before. And they probably just let it happen. They probably watch it happen, and they'll just let a few stalkers get shot in the face. And the stalkers think that they're like protected because but you're not. They would let me shoot you in the face probably if I chose to do that. Like, if anybody gets murdered, they just watch it happen, and they probably know it's about to happen. And they could stop it from happening, but they don't. They just send a bunch of stalkers around my apartment all day. And other targeted individuals like me. Not just me. Like, I knew this girl who got raped, and this guy, like, kicked her, like, she was, like, home alone. This guy, like, pushed his way into her house, and he, like, raped her for, like, a few hours or whatever. And then the cops were searching for him. They found him eventually, but it's like, how are they searching for him, though? They know where everyone is at all times. How did they just let this happen for 2 hours straight, and then they can't find him? If they can find me all day, how does this happen? Like, they could use this technology to help the world. They could use all this surveillance technology and all this monitoring technology to help the world. They could stop rapes from happening. They could stop people from going missing. They could stop shootings from happening, etc. They just sit and watch grown men talk to children online all day and meet up with real children. They watch it happen. They just sit and watch it happen. They know that it's happening, and they just sit and watch it happen. They could send a couple of white SUVs over there, or a couple of cops over there, or whatever. But they just sit and watch it happen. Instead, they just use this technology to stalk and harass people. And ignore human trafficking and shit. They're like, where's the Amber Alert car? Where is it? Help us find it, guys. Here's the text message. Help us find the Amber Alert car. I don't see it anywhere. Where is it? They can't find it. They can't instantly find it. But they can instantly find me constantly.